Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. It is happening. You took the oil resource from the Niger Delta and you give oil blocks to some individuals. Femi Falana blasts Tinubu and Nigerian government. He says this is absurd. You go to the Niger Delta, the people of the area do not have their own resource, and you go there, then you guess what? You take their oil block, and you give it to people from other regions, other areas. This is really, really terrible. There is no other description for what you're doing. It is terrible that these things are happening and is working, because there is no system, no law in place. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. You take oil block resources from the Niger Delta and you take the oil resource from the Niger Delta and you give oil blocks to some individuals. This is terrible. Femi Falana, a human rights and senior advocate for Nigeria, has argued that the wealth in Nigeria's profit from sublining by giving oil blocks to people who don't need to make large investment, which makes them instantly wealthy. He attacked the system, pointing out extra benefits that the wealthy are entitled to, such duty-free shopping and tax breaks. He voiced worried the nation's sovereignty will be compromised if the wealthy were permitted to manufacture without government supervision. The legal eagle highlighted how the economy must be controlled to avoid small number of people owning the riches that belong to the country. He said this is terrible. This is exactly what is happening, why we must not allow these people to take over ownership or leadership in this country. It is unimaginable that things like this are happening. This country must immediately receive freedom. He said in an interview with Channels TV, subsidies were introduced to make those buying, since we are an oil producing country, to have an ease and to buy it cheaper. However, these same people removed it without a plan. How do we ensure that such things are done properly for people to have better lives of life? In Nigeria today, some people have made themselves wealthy by giving themselves oil block that belongs to the Niger Delta. Not even people from the Niger Delta own oil blocks in this country. People from other regions who own nothing are the very same people who are destroying this nation. We are waiving tax and a lot of things for them, yet they do nothing for the nation or the people. A country can never survive like that. A country can never survive in such a way or manner. The Nigerian government must rise up and begin to put things in place. The system we currently have is not working. And until we make a lot of difference by rising up to the occasion and ensuring that the right things are in place, people are going to suffer. And this is why the suffering has risen to the level it is currently at the moment. Nigerians need a different set of people who honestly understand the plight of the nation that could bring about a difference. So this is Femi Falana, and in his own submission, he feels that things are not done properly and things could have been better, but what he's saying right now is making it really terrible. He said people are suffering, things are going on the way they are because some persons have taken laws into their hands. And until a real difference is made to change the course of the nation, people are going to suffer needlessly. And the truth of the matter is every one of us know what's going on. Every one of us have a knowledge to an extent of what is happening right now. People who have no iota of concern or business into what is going on are the ones, directing the affairs of the nation. Oil blocks that should not, that should not be shared out. What belongs to the nation? Some people have shared it to themselves. They have shared it to themselves. And this is why things are more terrible than you can ever imagine. And until we agree, okay, and there are laws and policies in place, to retrieve some of those things that have been taken that belongs to the country, I don't know how we're going to be able to truly, get a hold of this nation and make a change that could positively, support everyone. It is a danger what we are currently experiencing, where the wealth of the nation is being shared into the hands of those who have no iota of truth or concern. It is unbelievable that these things are happening. Okay? That the wealth of a nation is being shared into the hands of some individuals because of selfishness. And until the change we are praying for really comes, this is why Nigerians are suffering. Some persons now have it for their own personal, as their own personal, wealth. What belongs to Nigeria as a nation is in the hand of some families, some individuals, and some persons who even have no iota of concern regarding these issues that are on ground. They have not a single iota of concern, and they become wealthy as a result of, selfishness that they have put in place to better them and to give them, lease. So when you look at the whole thing, you see that Nigerians are really suffering. Even people from that area do not head, some of these oil companies, they are not even, what are we saying about heading? They are not even in positions, some very, position that could give them the opportunity to support those in their region. Everything federal government. Now everything federal government is causing more harm than good for the people. And until change come and this nation become what it should be, I don't know how we're going to be able to solve the situation of this country. Currently, people cannot even feed because some persons have taken it upon themselves to cause all form of harm, with selfishness and everything going on. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can get all our latest news. Remember, Nigeria must change, but how it changes is what matters. What's going to happen? And how is this change going to come? Who is going to be helping to navigate the country in the right direction? There are so many people that their mission statement is me, myself, and I. And it's sad, really very sad. Okay? So until things change it, we don't know how quickly things are going to really transform. So Nigerians, let's wake up. Let's ensure that we do the right thing. God bless. Have a fantastic day. Bye for now.